The purpose of this video is to show you how we interface the commonly used local approach to forecasting sales to the optimization. To begin with, we create a transitional interface from whatever format is commonly used to present the sales forecast from the salespeople to the operations people. We transform it into a breakdown on the individual products by the month, showing the projected tons and the projected revenue, or the revenue per ton. The information automatically links to the optimization system in the format that you see here, which uses whatever terminology the salespeople and the client or the market are used to seeing. Using item codes if they exist, or creating them if they don't exist. We transform any blended product using a table with the equivalent percentages of the individual stockpile products, transform the sales forecast into stockpile product tons. The optimization system and production planning has got to be focused on what goes into the stockpile and what comes out of the stockpile, so we make it possible for the operations people to immediately see the effect of any what-if scenario or added sales demand or volume to show them how that it transforms into what needs to come out of the stockpile, so they can determine what goes into the stockpile. You can see that constraints for minimum and maximum can be placed on any one of the products. You can see that provision is made for placing constraints for minimum and maximum annual tonnages on the sales described product. Same thing applies on the stockpile version. Constraints can be placed for minimum and maximum. In fact, we can actually place a constraint on limiting the shortage. Additionally, you'll see that we made a provision to exclude certain non-demand products from the list of products that are included in the optimization target. In other words, we use this to focus the optimization on producing the key products, not byproducts. So you'll see as I do this that the tons in the forecast, and when I run the optimization model,
Solver is utilizing current constraints to calculate maximum potential margin.
Those products that are blanked out won't be considered.
Solver calculations are complete. All constraints are satisfied.
So from this you can see that there were no screenings or shoulders included in the calculation. Now I can turn these back on again. Since the production is already run, there won't be any new production run unless I tell it to, but I can go up here and I can see of the inventory.
Solver is using current constraints to recalculate maximum potential sales.
Of the inventory that remains, what non-demand products are still available, or will be available for sale anyway.
Solver calculations are complete. All constraints are satisfied.
So there you see the screening sales, and you see the shortages up here and the individual products that are listed. Since we all know that sales forecasts, like any forecast, are dynamic and changeable, I've set it up so that once that interface has been created to link the sales forecasting format, the local sales forecasting format, to the optimization model, making it possible to update without any manual entry. Here you see a list of 3 different sales forecasts that are in the folder, in the sales folder. You can add as many as 30 of them. They can be resaved as you go through. You see we're currently using the 2015 sales forecast to change the forecast to another update.
Updating sales source file. Please wait.
And the transformation takes no further effort. It automatically links the forecast to the optimization model.
Update completed. The selected sales forecast file is now linked to the optimization application.
Significantly easier than most other alternatives. So once again you see the sales shortage and the shortage of revenue are shown by the selling product. A shortage is similarly shown by the stockpile product. You can graphically see the differences. You can also see the shortage indicated on in the stockpile products. You see it graphically here in the forecast versus the optimization. As shown, the sales interface is intended to be transparent, so the sales people don't have to do anything different, so they can comfortably offer updates for what-if scenarios or adjust to include actuals through the course of the year without any manual entry into the optimization. The blend transformation makes it possible to transform automatically the sales demand into production demand. Along with inventory, it becomes possible to manually or using the optimization system to define what your production schedule needs to be. Sales constraints are able to be placed to limit sales of non-demand product and to bias the optimization to provide optimal amount of key product. Target options for the optimization can include maximum revenue, maximum tons, or maximum margin, as you saw in the previous video. Sales shortage can be considered and accepted or addressed, and the summary automatically updates.